Good morning. I see that I have a problem with my link that I pinned a while ago. Of course I do. All right. Had everything up, and for some reason, as soon as I went to go see what happened, it acted like it kicked me out. There it is. We will be chatting and sewing in just a minute. So as soon as I figured out what I did, I was rearranging some things. Let's see. What did I pin up there? 6x12 finished is what should be up there. There it is. That means I probably got it wrong somewhere else too. Let me get that fixed. Good morning, everyone. It's good to see everyone. Sorry, I'm already messing up. Now it's kind of like a signature, I think. Oops. Pin comment isn't letting me copy from it. Let's see if it does now. I was updating a bunch of links and things. And good morning, Brenda. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning, afternoon, Sylvia. Good morning, Lori. Good morning, Fern. Good morning, Melissa. Thank goodness I recognize the little nameplate thingies. So just glancing over, trying to see whose name I see pop up. Thank you for those links. Okay, let's try this one. Lives are always fun. You never know what you're going to get. Let's try pinning that. Please pin message. Oh, shouldn't have done that. There it is. Okay. That one is fixed. I may have to fix them underneath the video, and who knows what else I'll have to fix. My water is right in my way. I want coffee. The rest of me thinks it needs water. And I'm going to take care of a bunch of housekeeping up front because this block should not take but 20 minutes. Maybe. It's been really fast. You already have the cutting done. They just go like that, but it's like those chefs who this is a 10-minute meal. If you got somebody else doing the 30-minute prep for you and the 10, 20 minutes dishes after for you. Yes, that is a 10-minute meal. This is a 20-minute block. Well, prep before time. My husband broke another coffee cup. He broke one I liked. Actually, it was his. I just used it because he didn't use it. He broke it about a year ago, I think, this time. Maybe it was 2 years ago. He broke his coffee cup a month ago. He broke mine, I think, last weekend. Start to wonder if he's trying to get out of doing dishes. I was like, how do you keep breaking things? I don't know. I said, you're in a hurry. Because he's always telling me that I'm doing things wrong with my sewing because I'm in a hurry. So, I tell him, don't buy me another one. I'm going to use this one. It's metal. It's just, I've got the giant metal one, but I was trying to downsize my coffee a little bit. Apparently, I make people nervous about what I'm drinking. I'm so teasy. I think Sylvia was going to lunch. Enjoy your lunch, Sylvia. Let's just put that back where we found it. I rearranged my wires this weekend. Let's see, where am I? Thank you so much for all the... Oh, good morning, Sherry. Didn't see you come in. All the links. Thank you, ladies. The blue people. Oh, there's Quilting in the Country. Lori, good morning. And she's making a comeback. She's trying. Need to get her back in there. Honestly, I go lie. After 2 years, no more had I said, okay, I feel like I'm kind of pushing her having a channel on her by continually sharing it. I thought I should stop. I should stop because that's probably not nice. And then she starts posting shorts and I'm like, darn. Now I need to redo what I undid. And that's LORI, Quilting in the Country. Oh, it is in the 20s here. It's 3 degrees here today. Ooh, I think we're below 3 in Celsius. I know. It's like every now and then I want to do I think I need to do a cleanup because things are just too busy. What have I outdated on and this, that? And I was like, okay, it's just wishful thinking. I should stop. And Lori and Sylvia still share a Facebook page, yes. Siberian wind. That sounds interesting. Brenda was talking to Lori. I was being nosy. I do that. Oh, Sylvia asked if she missed anyone in chat. Because everybody's trying to say hi to everybody else. Please do not feel left out or ignored. If, you know, somebody misses something in chat because it's going fast. And by the way, exclamation mark, COLEEN, no spaces, will highlight my name and I will eventually scroll back and see it. If I miss a question, a comment, something that you desperately want me to see, we try not to use caps lock because it distracts people. Caps lock in computer terms is considered yelling. Gaming terms is considered yelling. So we try to minimize the use of caps. I understand some people when they want the attention, but that is the easy way to get my attention, and it should probably get my moderators' attentions too. But you could just say, you know, their name in caps and then whatever it is you need to say to cut down on the, I don't know, visual things I need to pay attention to. So if there's somebody talking to me, I can see it without thinking, oh, that's for me because it's in caps, and it's not. It's none of my business today. Does that make sense? Brenda says, hang on a second, I need to go back up. It's cold everywhere. Cold, cold, cold. My husband went out and started the car. He came in and I gave him a hug and I was like, oh, you heat thief. He was freezing. Oh, cold. Even the pups decided the kitchen was a good place to sleep yesterday. Okay. And I do. I really do. I have FOMO, which is fear of missing out. And Melissa is showing you how the exclamation Coleen works. Now, if you misspell my name, it's not going to work. It doesn't really bother me if you misspell my name, but if you're wanting my attention, you're going to have to do it that way. Okay. All right, put my coffee down. I have been pulling a card to make every week from the Quilt Builder card deck, exclamation card? No, box, exclamation box. I'll get you a link to this at Halo Shop. I did not look this week to see if it was still there. I usually look real quick. So if she is sold out, I'll try to get another link probably to Amazon or something. I don't know how many she has. She's a small business, so get them while they're there. I've been pulling a card from this box and these over here. Why is this so hard? Pointing it back at me is so hard. These over here, I'm just going to turn around, are what we've done so far. And I did 2 of those because I just thought it was so cute when I made the first one. All these red and green and that blue one's what we've done so far. And the settings, that's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it the block setting. Is the vintage quilt pattern that uses panels from Fabric Cafe. And I really like that. Now I changed mine a little bit because it had too many cuts in there for me. It had, and they'll show it. You can go to their site. They have it in a PDF. I don't know if they have a hard copy of these, but I do know they had that in a PDF. And they have their books also in downloadable forms. So if you want the downloadable ones, you can go to them. Halo has hard copies of a lot of the books. My arm is getting tired. Anyway, they had 2 seams. Yep, right where my fingers are, right here. They had 2 seams and a seam going across because, of course, HSTs have square triangles. They do strip piecing. They do. I did strip piecing too. I just didn't do it like them. So I took 1, 2, 3, 4. I took 4 seams out of that when I did it. I had to do a little bit of, not really calculations, because they've done the calculations for me. That's why I'm not sharing it. But they're not my calculations, really. The cutting way is mine, but see, if I show that, you'll know their calculations. And I'm still on the fence about things like that, even though everyone does it. They don't tell you, but you can see the ruler. So I'm going to pull a card from this. Oh, Sylvia is a speed demon on links today. Hope I should hold this up. Pull a card from the middle. It's like Christmassy. It doesn't look all that Christmassy. It's called Gift Box Bow. It has all kinds of information on the back. It has the sizes you need, because I just look at the picture and then I make my own size. I don't necessarily do what they do. And today I saw another way to do it, maybe with less cuts than what I did do this block. So they're just for fun. I just do it for fun. I like making the different blocks. I don't want to make 600 of the same block. The setting back here, although I made 600 of the same thing, that was fun because I was going to put my own spin in the center. But that's cute. Oh, I have some sparkle blues. I don't know how to go in this quilt back here, but I have some sparkly blues that would be very pretty with the dark ones here, the light one here. That's next week's. Sylvia's keeping her fingers moving so she stays warm. This is next week's block, which I'm going to stick up here so I don't accidentally lose it. And this week's block, I love binder clips, actual binder clips. I like them better than the quilt binding clips. This week's block, cover some of it up, is a mitten. See, I don't think I need to keep this out. And I'll put it at the end. And I'm giving you free cutting instructions. When I say tutorials and patterns and things like that, that's kind of a relative term, I guess, here. I try. It may not work for you, and if it doesn't, I'm sorry. It's just, it works for my brain, so that's how I share them. And if you need help with a pattern, help with something else, leave a comment. Even if I don't see it or I don't know the answer to, we have a great community here who, read the comments. And they see you need help with something. They are fantastic. Because why? We're all nosy. We all have fear of missing out. So that's the card deck I'm drawing from for these blocks. And I'm only making 1 block of each except for in that. And I'm very unhappy that I did that because now I've got 2 that I've got to figure out what to do with. They have the 3-yard quilts now has, let's see, I know they have the 6-inch setting, which is what I'm calling this, for 6-inch panels, 8-inch, and the 10-inch ones that I've seen them use very often, the focus fabric. You could replace any of those focus fabrics with a different block. So keep that in mind. I was not making one size block when I started doing these. I was making different sizes, and if you look closely, not so much right here, but you can see a ton of coping strips in this over here to get all those random size blocks to fit. So I thought I'll do the math beforehand and get it one size so I don't have to do all the coping strips. Oh, and Sylvia buried the lead. Sylvia is up to 1080, I think, on her subscribers. And I haven't mentioned subscribers in a while because, well, we're trying to grow. So if you haven't visited my moderators and my friends over in the blue in the chat panel, and I'm probably pointing to the wrong side. Yeah, I was pointing to the wrong side, so it's over here. If you haven't visited them, check them out. See if you like them. If you like them, please subscribe. Give them a thumbs up. Give them a comment. Say they're doing good, because I guarantee you the ones that say negative things are doing that. And that brings me to one of my other talking points. New subscribers, I have my live set at randomly different times. So sometimes it'll be you can't chat in the chat for 24 hours. Sometimes it'll be 12 hours. Sometimes it'll be 2 hours. That is to keep the chat safe for everyone. And you are more than welcome next week, as long as we all stay kind. You know, that's kind of the rule of thumb around here. Be kind or be gone. I don't think I've ever had to time anybody out. Melissa's been very close though. And teasing Melissa. I'd probably be the one that got timed out. Content creators probably very much dislike it when I start commenting. I write novels. I don't do comments. I want to watch the whole thing and comment like it's a conversation as I'm watching it. So I don't say thank you for sharing. I say thank you. I loved this. I liked this. Oh, I do that. And oh my gosh, if I had everybody doing that under my videos, I would probably stop doing it. Oh, yes. And Melissa's live last week is a very good reason of why I put the timer limit on when we can chat. Last week, since she brought it up, I feel like I can tell. And if you haven't seen her live from last week, go check it out. Not generally as long as mine, but it's probably for the best. I talk too much. No one listens to me here, so you get the rest. But yes, Melissa says, poor Coleen's wrench got a workout. There's a dude who made 6 different accounts. 6 different accounts. So he could come in and troll the quilting people. And I'm going to say this lovingly because it was probably a kid. It was probably just a kid. 6 different accounts to come troll the old ladies. My oldest is in their 30s, so I think I can say come troll the old ladies. And I'm like, oh, honey, some of these old ladies are gamers. They're a little bit quicker. I can't do anything until it comes up, though, so that's unfortunate. Sherry's laughing. Oh, it was bad. Oh. And that car's too fast for you. You need to stop. It was just coming in, making rude comments. But anyway, you deal with them and you move on. But yes, and that's why we have moderators. Oh, I have to have chat on. I'm sorry. Let me get my live chat up, because live chat will show you all the chat. Sometimes top chat hides it, which I don't know why it does for the content creators, because we're the ones that need to see it all. Oh. I'm not going to read what Melissa said that time because I don't want to provoke anybody to be stupid. Probably should have said that. That's what I was thinking. There you go. I'll take bad bar pickup lines for $100, Alex. It was awful. And we're just like, okay, anyway. Yes, Deborah, you did. You missed a good one. If you want to see how quickly they can put things up before they're seen, before I take them down. But I always like it. And me and my girlfriends, we're moderating, we're in chats, we're on Discord, we got our phone, watching Melissa, we're texting each other, going, what's wrong with this guy? Do we need to watch this guy? Let's see who can tag him first to kick him out. We had our own game going. So he says Coleen was quick because that moron kept coming back with a different name number. Geese something. Yeah, it was bad. Okay, now moving on. That was a road I didn't expect to go down. It was. Go check out Melissa's live, I'm telling you. Oh, I want to drink my coffee so bad. See. And my comments are all held underneath videos. All my comments are held until I can see them and I can respond to them. And YouTube is doing a thing where sometimes it holds comments for me. I'll have them a day, a month later pop up for me. So it may not be that I'm ignoring you or something. YouTube may not have shown me it because I relatively often check my comments, especially right after I've posted a longer form video or a live. But I do hold them all to prevent any riffraff comments. You know, those trolls that just come in to be rude, tell you how you're doing everything wrong. It's okay. I know I'm doing everything wrong. I don't need your help. Or maybe I do. Okay. Did I say happy Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving is Thursday, which means Black Friday is the day after, which starts our third annual holiday hop. And our theme this year is vintage. I'm telling you right now, I'm not good at vintage. I know Melissa, Practically Creative, Sylvia, UMEFPP, and Dawn at my quilt projects probably are very good at vintage. But we will each be releasing a video on different days, starting with Melissa on her channel. Oh, it was funny for us girls in the background. Deborah says, probably not funny at the time. And in the background, it kind of was because we were like, you want him? Do you want to get him next time? I'll get him next time. So anyway, we're going to be doing our vintage ideas for sewing for the holiday. Starting on the 29th on Melissa's channel. Then Saturday will be on my channel. Then Sunday, I believe, is Sylvia's. And Monday will be Dawn's. And we're just going to keep that rotation until we've all done 3, which I think ends on December 10th. I think is when we've got that ending. I meant to look that up and I forgot. But this is the 3rd year doing it. I didn't participate last year because I wasn't around last year enough to participate, but I did enjoy seeing them. And Small Business Saturday is this Saturday after Black Friday, December 1st. Yes. 30th. No, November 30th is the, yes, 11/29 is Friday. And the 30th, I had it written down. Can you believe I had it written down? I still said it wrong. 30th is Saturday, which is Small Business Month. You know, if you got a small quilt company around you, if you got fabric company around you, try to, even if you can't afford things, try to go buy something small, something on sale. It's a great time for sales. Now, I have checked. I haven't heard if Halo and Stephanie, who are the smaller business I go to online, Stephanie Stitches, Quilting with Stephanie Stitches here online, and Halo Inspired. Angel sometimes is in our chat. I don't know if they'll have any small business sales. They usually put them up like the night before or the day of. So be sure to check them out. Check out the online places if you don't have a place close to you. I always encourage going to businesses close to you. If you can, I understand if you can't because I have problems that I can't a lot of times either. Let's see. Got that one off. I have what's it called? Turned off. That's not the word I was looking for. It was a fancier word. I use a $5 word when a 5-cent one will work. I have turned off super chats because YouTube doesn't give them to you until you have $100 worth. And it's just, I'm not even monetized yet. So because I don't have the watch time yet, I have the subscribers, just not the watch time yet, but I'm getting there. So, you know, I turned off the chats until I get to that point where they might be able to send me a check because to me, it's just a waste. And they get, I can't remember the percentage that YouTube gets of that, but I actually would encourage people not. I may get in trouble just for saying this. I don't know. I would encourage people not to use those super chat, super thanks. If there's a PayPal link by the creator, if they've got a Patreon, if they've got a small shop, I would encourage going to their shop and buying something, donating through their PayPal, going to their Patreon and doing that, something like that. Memberships are another thing a lot of people have. I probably won't do memberships. I just don't have any extra to give. I mean, time and right now, maybe one day that'll change, but right now I just don't have it to do. I know some people do. I know Melissa does. She has memberships, which they usually get like extras or a Zoom or something like that. And that's fun. But I did turn mine off. So if you see, if you've noticed that was on and now it's off, it was my doing. This morning I was like, why do I even have that turned on? So I did turn that off. I do have a PayPal. If you're so inclined to support my coffee habit, fabric habit, thread habit, or tech habit, there's always that. Last thing on this list, double wedding ring. You know, I made the template for the double wedge for the double wedding ring. I have updated that. I took the old links out. I've updated with the arc corrected because I think the arc was actually right in the PDF, but it was wrong. It needed to be a little bit longer, and my husband cut this out for me. Pretty sure you can see this. I got this acrylic off of Amazon, and my husband used not a skill saw. What's that thing? Jigsaw. My husband used the jigsaw, which I was told I'm not allowed to use because I was like, I could do it. I've used a jigsaw. I was unsupervised at my parents' house for a very long time, putting up shelves, cutting shelves, hammering, putting things in the wall. Anyway, my husband corrected it because I had my arc here right, but for some reason this one under here was all wonky. And so I asked him if he could draw this to match this. I'm not an artist. I don't have that skill. I scribble, which is why the last one was all wonky. So it is fixed, and the corner piece, and I will have videos, hopefully in December, I will have videos showing how I use this and these. This is the single one. These work with pre-cuts, 5-inch charms, 5-inch squares, 2.5. I'm trying to remember. Companies call them different things. Jelly rolls, 2.5 strip for jelly rolls. These work with those, which is what I wanted, which uses less fabric than the other applique version I saw. I like this color. I try to get. He's supposed to cut me out more like this weekend. But this is the arc, and I keep in mind I still need to make a mock-up of it, because in theory it should work absolutely fine. I have made some from it, but I haven't done like 4 blocks. I didn't want to waste fabric, so I was waiting for fabric. So I'll show you that real quick. The corner template that's in there in the PDF is for marking this. You put you put the corner template, you cut it out, you put it here, and you mark this line here and the center, so you know where to put these. These will go, of course, 1/4 inch into over that line at least. And I'm sorry, I'm missing things. I recorded him doing the acrylic template, so I could probably. I kept meaning to put that up. Sherry asked if he could make a video showing how to make the acrylic templates. I can put that up. It was really easy. And squares would be so much easier. He said that it was, I think he has a special blade for the cutting, probably is it fiberglass? It may be a blade for cutting fiberglass, or what else is this called, Melissa? Acrylic and plexiglass. Okay. Thank you for asking. I will try to get that up. I'm not donating this week because I was just having this weekend. I was so dizzy. Every time I stood up, I about fell over. So I was thinking I needed a break. I didn't know what was causing it. I thought it was my sinuses, but them not having saline and having the Powerade could have been contributing to it. So I may go once a week, which kind of stinks because I like having the extra cash. But anyway, thank you for asking. Oh, Brenda says, the quilting compound in April Story is having a day of giveaways every 30 minutes, all day Saturday. We also have a 5th Saturday bag, everything we can put in it, 25% off. Wow. Awesome. Yes, Tim is camera shy. I need to scroll up. I saw something. I knew it was going and I couldn't catch it. Okay. If I miss something, I'll try to answer it in a little bit. That is cool, Brenda. So, and yeah, watch your YouTubers that have shops. Saturday's usually a good day for them to do things like sales. Fabric Patch is one that I've liked. I don't know that they have a small business sale on Saturday. I did not look at them this morning. But the Fabric Patch in Ephrata, Washington. So anyway, the triangle that is on that PDF is meant for this. These should be cut from 5-inch squares. Don't ask what happened to this one. Like I said, I haven't put them up. What happened was, actually, I do know what happened. The arc that I traced was a 1/4 inch too small. It shouldn't have been because I added a 1/4 inch. It was a 1/4 inch too small, so I had to add a 1/4 inch on either side to fix the corners, so it would still be a 12-inch finished block. And that is what the 3 pieces look like. I had one with the smaller one, but I can't remember where I put it. And these corners, this is what I'll be using. It's a Pat Sloan line. What was that called? It's a very pretty name. Pat Sloan, Vinotex. Let's see. Promise Me. Promise Me is what it's called. I'm going to alternate the corners between this gray and this black because I did it with my purple Sunbonnet Sue ones and I liked it. So I did order from Missouri Star the background for this, so I did get those cut up. And 2 things. If you're just starting to sew, one, I don't know what I'm doing. I fake it pretty well usually. And I have friends in the chat. I'm going to always point the wrong way. My chat's over here. I have friends in the chat that help me. So, and comment below and help me. But, let's see. It took me about 30 minutes to make 1, 2. I have them in sets of 4. I wanted to see how long it would take me to make them after I had them cut. I cut all of them like a month ago. I cut all of them like a month ago, but these are sets of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 4 is 24, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 blocks, 6 blocks of arcs. Took me about 30-40 minutes to cut or to sew. I'm sorry. I heard a noise outside and it made me go sideways a little bit. So that took me about 40 minutes to do all of those. And these are stacked. Each stack has 4. So I thought that was good to know. And these 12.5-inch backs, I don't remember how long they took me. It wasn't very long though. I did have to iron them, before because I got them in mail and they came like, it was the 2-yard pre-cut. from Missouri Star, which they are out of, or I would give you a link to. They came like this. I ordered 3 yards. I don't even know. 3 yards. I wanted to make sure I had enough. I think now in the PDF of the math for it, I think it's 4 yards, a little over 4 yards that you need for a 75-inch square one. And I haven't figured out the size of it yet. That is next year's problem. This is next year's project. I was just trying to get the prep done so I could show you. And if you wanted to do it with me, we could do something on the bucket list. I thought it was fun. There's less cutting, there's less sewing. So I thought that would be really fun to do. And I'm not going to do it on my lives. I may do it as a standalone video, you know, put up the video. This is what I did this week or something like that. I need to stop crinkling that side out. But, oh, don't fall. Please don't fall. Try not to make a mess today. This is what I have for a cutting mat. I got this at Walmart many, many years ago. I could probably use a new one. In fact, I was going to buy a new one like a year or two ago, and I decided I didn't want to. This is only, how big is it? 18, 19, 20. So it's probably complete side to side, 20 by 14. This is 20 by 14. This, which is the not the name brand, strip ruler. I got it on Amazon. There is links underneath the video. I think it was around $27, $28, but I'm telling you, I'm cheap. I'm cheap, but if I see something nice that I want, you should have a longer ruler when you're quilting. Now, the way I fold my fabric, Nancy Roffelson, I think, on Point TV. The way I fold my fabric is the way she did. So salvage to salvage, and you shift it until you get, like, see that? You don't want that. There's a wrinkle going through there in the center. You shift it until you get that evened out. It's hard to show on camera this way. She shows it just great. Anyway, you shift it until you get that out, and then you fold it over, which gives you approximately an 11-inch side right here. So this right here gives you just enough room above and below it. I said that wrong. Above and below it to cut that 11 inches into strips. If you're doing a 3-yard quilt, if you're doing a lot of them especially, I would invest in one of these. Now, I got the cheap one. If it breaks, I may get a more expensive one for Christmas. I actually emailed the company, Creative Grids, and I asked them, I said, okay, why is yours better than this? Does it have a better warranty? What is it? Well, you don't have to put the sticky grips on. Good morning, Laura Lynn. Oh, Deborah's doing it again. Good morning. You don't have to put these sticky grips on. And they say theirs is very accurate. I haven't had a problem with this being accurate yet. All my cuts, I'm checking with other rulers, and ruler to ruler, it could change. But if you use the same one for the entire quilt you're doing, you should be okay, is what I have heard. So this is, $27 is a lot of money, but I think that one didn't. I'm thinking this one was like 10 or 12, and I prefer this to this ruler. And my square rulers, I cut those 12-inch squares, 12.5-inch squares, I cut it with this. From here to here is 12.5 inches. So I cut it with this. So, and you can cut the smaller ones. I have subcutted the strips, the 5-inch strips and the 2.5-inch strips with this. So you could do those subcuts with this too. If you are a new sewer, quilter, and you've decided you're going to do a lot of things using strips, and a lot of quilting is, I would totally get one of these. And I don't say that lightly, because I value the money we have, because most of it goes for bills. Does that make sense? So I've seen the ones that, I know they have ones that are like 6 by 18 inches. My biggest mat is 20 inches end to end. I'm not going to be cutting anything like that. So for me to get like an 18-inch The long one I just showed you, I'm going to shut that curtain. I forgot about the sun coming up. The one I just showed you. Oh, there's chicken chat. Oh, happy birthday to Laura. Just a second. I will sing to you. As soon as I finish this thought that was trying to run from me. It was Tuesday, wasn't it? See, I have to show up earlier on these things. It is 16 inches because I was trying to get one that would fit that mat that I use. So getting one bigger than that for me, unless you have a big table, it's waste. It gets in the way. It's hard to, this is my space. I have a little space in the back room, but I need things where I can reach them. So those are hard to store in the space you see. And when I cut my yardage, it's always about 11 inches. I hate to do this, but give me just a second. I'm going to get right in front, right up close. So I can shut this curtain. That will probably be going to go with it too. Okay. There we go. But I saw there's a YouTuber, pardon me. I will be kicking this all over the place. This is a spaghetti keeper. I bought two for my mom. She used one. I was going to use it to put these in. These 2.5 inch tips that I did for the double. I end up using this because I sit this here and just pick. And if I don't like the way the colors are fitting together, I'll dig in there and I'll pick another one. So anyway. But one of the YouTubers I watched had that giant creative grids ruler, which it looks like it's very good quality. This is probably very much cheaper quality. I'm not going to tell you that this, it's just as good, because I think the creative grids is probably better quality. This one is working for me. And that's all I needed to do. And I was thinking, I don't know if somebody tried to like upsell them getting one that big, but she didn't have the space either. She had to get a whole kitchen table. Basically, I think probably this length, the whole thing for using this ruler. I'm not going to do that. I can't stand to cut most of the time anyway. So I wanted to tell you guys about that. And I've been talking this whole time. Somebody shoot me now. Laura Lynn. That's right. Laura Lynn had a birthday recently, and her husband has a birthday coming up. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Laura Lynn. Happy birthday to you and many more. And I'm apologizing now. Oh, she was streaming with Marcus. Or she is streaming with Marcus. Okay, we're going to see if we can get this one done really fast because I had so much to say. I was trying to talk fast, y'all. And I will put a timestamp underneath the video where the sewing starts at. Now, I have my snowballed corners. This is the 4.5 by 5 inches lengthwise. I've got my 1.5 inch squares up here to snowball that corner. And I also have this one over here, the 3.5 by 1.5, that I'm going to snowball the corners. And they're going to be opposite each other, one at the bottom and one at the top, unlike these that are straight across. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to corner to corner the best that you can, and then we'll cut that off and flip these back. I have not even got things turned on. This is a Brother XR955. Oh, I moved my stitch down to 1.6, 1.8 because that's what I use for FPP. I think it's a good size stitch. When I cut these squares, I didn't worry that I didn't have as much fabric over here because I'm going to cut that off. So I was using scraps. y'all let me talk so back. And if you missed my video yesterday, I was giving all kinds of shout outs to people that I started watching before I started doing YouTube that I enjoy. And one of them I've been binging recently. My Great Challenge. She doesn't do lives, but she learned on video and had all kinds of tips in her comments. So comments are a great place to look and ask questions. I'm chain piecing so I don't have to cut my threads every 5 seconds. And then we start. You can draw that line. I don't think I need to. I could be proven wrong at any moment. I need to change the blade on my smaller cutter. I'm cutting my 1/4 inch, and you can't see this. Let's. Oh! I forgot to tell you about the Happy Meal. I'll tell you about that later. Okay, 1/4 inch away toward the corner from the seam. You could cut it with scissors. I'm not great with scissors. I am less great with doing a 1/4 inch with scissors. These aren't big enough for me to keep for anything. Then you should press it with an iron, but I'm not going to because I blab too much. I think almost anything you see me use, I have a link to underneath the video if you're curious about it or just feeling nosy. Oh. Okay. And if you think that you're going to forget by the time you sew them, you can take a little pencil or something and put an X on that corner that you're going to cut off. Before you sew it, like that, just so you remember. I had to do that at first. See me cut one of these wrong and think you should do that now, lady. Sophia at My Great Challenge, I watched so much of her stuff, and I left a message for her yesterday. I did not realize how much I was hearing that she was saying when I had it playing in the background while I was doing other stuff. But now I realize I'm saying a lot of the same things she said to people who are trying to learn it. And by the way, anyone can quilt was not me. I put that in the tag in my videos. Apparently, I got it from her. She did a quilt sew along with that. So, not taking credit for somebody else's work. This is the 2 inch by 4.5 inch piece. And this one is 2 inch by 2.5 inch. We're going to match up the 2 inch sides and do a 1/4 inch seam. You can pin it here. And by the way, have I mentioned I love glue? Not in a weird way. Not in the, the kid who ate it at school kind of way. I was sitting over there at my chair where if you haven't seen when I do my quick tidy ups after my live, probably won't do one today. You know what I was talking about, but I was sitting over there and my back was just killing me. I'm going to push it to this side. It doesn't much matter. They're both pretty light. So I'm going to push my seam to this side and give it a finger press. Just make sure it stays that way. Now I've got these done. My back was just killing me. And I was like, I don't want to put pins in all of the vintage ones. This is the one I was working on. I didn't want to put pins in all of them, so I'm trying to see what I'll do next. Next, I'm using a flying geese. If you have the 1.5 inch by, I think this is 2 inch, and the 1.5 inch squares, all you do is put that 1/2 inch square over the corner, just like we did these, but opposite each other. And I'm going to follow my FPP, which means I'm going to sew on this line back here. I'm going to stop at the intersection and back stitch. So I'm going to start there because I don't like starting on a corner. And I've decided, after much deliberation, not turn over my pens, no, that's not what I'm talking about, that I want to make some pajama bottoms with my serger. I was watching Sophia make some things. I think I forgot to backstitch there. I won't tell anybody this time. And I was like, I really need to make some pajama bottoms. And the girls have been telling me I can use my serger forever for that. Okay, so now this one goes back. It's going to cover that flying geese paper I used completely. So I don't have to worry about that. I'll trim that off later. So the other 1.5 inch square, I just look for a reason. I don't know. We're not going to tell. We'll go over here, and it lines up at the bottom. When you're lining this up, if it's a 1.5 inch square, you just line it up right there. And then sew 1/4 inch from here to here. Like I said, I'm using the line, which already has my 1/4 inch figured out for me. I have a ton of flannel. My mother-in-law gave me last year. Needs to be some pajama bottoms. They just need to be some pajama bottoms. I haven't tried anything like that, but I did see. I don't know what's going on in the chat. I'll have to get nosy here in a minute. You fold that back, and you've got a flying geese, and you've got your 1/4 inch up here that you don't have to worry about. I'm going to trim off those, take that paper off real quick. What was I going to say? Oh, you could take existing pajama bottoms. I like wearing pajama bottoms with tops just because they're cozy, and use them as a template. I'll record it, but I can't, like everything I do, I can't guarantee it's going to be worthy information. I want to use the serger on it, though. I'm just trimming the tips off of this, and that piece, if you're doing it with the measurements I gave, will be 1.5 by 2.5. After put your thingies on it. Oh, birthday week at Laura Lynn's house. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he didn't want to celebrate his birthday. Started getting chat, say something. I was like, no, they got this. You don't get to skip birthdays. You don't get to skip birthdays. Everyone says so. Okay, now I've got all these pieces right here. And this 1.5 inch square will go on to this flying geese that we just did. If your flying geese is pointed that way, and it should be, this just turns right over it, and you'll take your 1/4 inch right here. Did we put Mom and Pop's link in? If we didn't, they have a channel. Go see them. I'm telling you, you will not have a bad day watching. Laura Lynn is just sunshine. You don't need to back stitch. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, because these stitches are going to be covered by other stitches to make sure they stay in. So now we have this one. which says that I measured wrong because it's not lining up like it ought to. What did I? Oh, somebody's in trouble. That's all I'm saying. I did that wrong. We will figure that out later. I've already committed to this. I'm going to go ahead and do it like it should be done, and then I'll fix it. See, what I did was when I was, that card, it had this as 5.5 inches. I wanted to use a 5-inch piece without adding to it, because then I'd have to cut up higher so I didn't get seam allowance down here where my other seam allowance is. So I changed that. When I changed that, I clearly did not change this, which is making me question. That should be, got a 1/4 inch too much up here is what the problem is. So when I turn this over, I'm going to see if I can cheat and it still work. I'm going to put these two together. I'm going to line up the bottom right here and right here. Doggone it. I thought I finally had this right last night. I did cut this out a week ago, but I'm going to go ahead and do a seam there because I have a theory. Stop it. My theory is I'm going to cut that corner off. Let's see how it goes for me. See how that's kind of situated as it should be in a line right there. What I started to do was do this in 2 pieces, snowball these up here, and snowball this one down here. It's probably what I should have done. But anyway, we're going to see how this works. Once again, I failed, but you don't tell the quilt police, and I won't tell the quilt police. And I'm going to cut off the extra over there. So now I've got that squared. And we're not going to mention it again. So this is why I can't write patterns. I am a lazy pattern writer. And take this, I think this is 2.5 by 2 inch, this piece. Turn it over. And see, now my day is going to be fixing this because that's going to drive me nuts that didn't work. Oh, did I? So I had some measurements I had to change. I may not have changed them all. Not bumping into my happy. Oh, Sherry says she just bought a serger to make pajama bottoms. I can't find any I like at the store. We have a little bit of the thumb cut off. But now it fits just like it should. So I'm going to sew this to this. I'm lining up this edge. And right here, and right here, right here, and right here. You can pin it, you can glue baste it, and that's something else that I would say. There are name brands you can use. Because, you know, people have been doing this longer than we have that are gone. I would use the Elmer's glue with one of those fine line tips. I just bought the Roxanne's because I wanted to see how it worked. So I'm going to refill it with Elmer's glue. I'm talking about this. It washes right out. Elmer's glue is non-acidic, there's something that's supposed to be anyway. Elmer's School washable glue. And the tips are on Amazon. I don't think I put a link. I was going to put a link. This wants to go back towards the big part, so I'm going to let it. And now we'll take the bottom, which matches. Right there then. And fold it over. And I want these to nest, so I'm going to redo the seam to where it goes to the light side. So it butts up against this one. You hear people saying they're nesting or they're kissing, or but you got a seam. You can feel it with your nail. If you go this way, you can feel a bump, and if you go this way, you can feel a bump. Those bumps need to go lock with one another. And if I'm not explaining that to where your mind can handle it, I have friends who explain it different. Most of them have blue wrenches. And if you wonder why I always talk about other YouTubers that I watch, I got on YouTube so I could visit with people. And I enjoy sharing people that feed my heart. So there you have it. I'm going to push this away. That little iron is amazing for some things, not large pieces. This won't take but a second to heat up. This is a cheap Walmart iron. Which I like very much, considering my mini Oliso started smoking, probably because I kept dropping it, because there's no way to sit it like this. The mini Oliso, the way the cord was on it, mine, they've got ones by now, but anyway. I don't mind losing that thumb, but I will correct the pattern and suggest that you see this video if I haven't yet. That Stay Flow mixed with water. A lot of water because I don't like it heavy starch. Oh, I forgot to, I can't remember who it was. Somebody said iron your piece and then spray it, and the spray will dry faster. I forgot to do that. I was doing that over the weekend. I was like, oh, they're so smart. Was it Deborah or Sherry, or it was somebody in the chat said that, and I greatly appreciate that. French seams. I was thinking about French seams. I hate getting that serger out. I like the serger, but I don't like getting it out. There's not enough room to keep everything. I think it's in the closet. Until I made that corner up there a little bit wonky. And when I remember to, I like to spray them on the wrong side, just in case it's still wet when I hit it with my iron. That way my iron doesn't turn the right side all brown. Let's see what we got here. Thank you. I see that's cute. Thank you. Adorable. Whoops. I love Christmas everything. I sew wonky. I clearly sew wonky. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought it was a second ago. This side over here, on the other hand, is just needs to be decreased a bit. I can fudge it when I put it in. Whoops, I almost cut my thumb. And then I put it in that setting. Did I have that? I'm trying to remember. The blocks are over there. I was going to show you how that setting worked. 6.5. It worked. It worked. I like it. I think it's adorable. And I think it's going to be very cute I need to make more blue ones. I might stagger them like down in a cross section. That is way too much red and green for me. I like them. I love this setting. I need to go back and see chat. I also need to tell them I got happy mail. Got happy mail. I had it sitting here. A friend of mine and a subscriber sent me these this week, and I need to put binding on these. It's an ornament. I'm sure that these were inspired by Laura Lynn. Coasters. And it's like they know me. Blue and snow with that sparkle. And I don't think the sparkle comes off. Good morning, Dee Dee. I missed you coming in. I'm sorry. Anyway, one for me and one for my husband. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Two-sided. And then they had these, asked if I wanted them. And I was like, well, yes, if you don't, I do. They have religious sayings on them. And I was thinking this one surrounded by like 2-inch blocks of some kind, or maybe square and a square blocks, 2-inch, and put up on the, I'm not trying to make you cross over Christianity or anything like that. Calm down. Just showing you what I like. I'm not telling you you got to do this. But I was thinking just put something around, bind it, and you have a little wall hanging. Wouldn't that be a good Christmas gift? Or on the quilts where you put the tag on the back or at the bottom, like a signature thing. Put those on. They're so pretty. I love them. I still have some left, my other ones. Yeah. I have been known to give them away too, because I just think people need their hearts fed sometimes. So that, and these, I'm going to bind them. So little mug rugs. So cute. So stinking cute. That was the happy mail. And now I'm going to get in chat because I clearly missed everything, including Dee Dee come in, who has videos up Friday at 5 o'clock. If you're interested in organizing, cleaning, decorating, all things happy. Oh, I'll get back to that, Melissa. Let's see. Oh, Borland, it is Tuesday. Oh my gosh. I forgot it was, it just dawned on me. Today is Tuesday, so it is Laura Lynn's birthday. I didn't miss it. I'm sorry. I was about to say, and don't forget to go over to Laura Lynn's for her Tuesday cross stitches, her Tuesday cross stitch live stream. And as I was about to say that, I was like, wait, today is Tuesday. Today is her live stream. Today is her birthday. Oh my gosh. I need a secretary. It is today. It's always good to see you. Oops, I should shut that off. I hear it clicking. Jan Howell, Deborah. That was one of the first ones I saw do a pajama bottom. Melissa asked Brenda if she worked at or owned a quilt shop. I was wondering that too, because she said mine, the quilting compound. Do you have a quilt shop, Brenda? This is something I didn't know. We need to know things like that. Is it online? Can I go like cyberstock? Not that I do that. Okay. Oh, I need to make a note to get that video up of the acrylic. The acrylic was really easy. I don't know how good the video is. I may have to get him to let me do another one. because I went back there and I was having trouble with my back that day. And I was sitting down and I turned the video on and I tried to do it to where he didn't know that I was videoing him, which he didn't because of some of the random things he said that now I have to go and edit out. Men. Oh, but I'm just as bad. I was making comments that weren't appropriate for sharing either. He's my husband. Oh. He always tells me don't use him for comedy. I'm like, why wouldn't I? He's good material. I think Brenda was saying she has a local quilt shop. How did I not know that? That's awesome. Now, Laura Lynn, Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. We sew it. I'm pretty sure it's in there. Okay, I don't think I missed too much. If I did, I apologize. If it's something you want me to see now is a good time to put it up. It will take me a couple minutes, a couple seconds after you do it because there is a time discrepancy. I know, Melissa. Melissa's, when Deborah asked if she'd watched Jan Howe, she said, at least not recently. Sometimes something about being a YouTuber keeps me from watching as much as I'd like. I know. I was thinking that when I was catching up with my great challenge with Sophia, I watched her years before I even got on YouTube. And I was like, I never commented though. I never made an account until like the year before I think I started YouTube. Maybe it was 2 years. And that's one reason my husband's like, can we get a premium account? Do you want one? I was like, why? Skip commercials. Why? And I was like, I want an account. Because when people are saying negative things about people I watch, and there was a couple of ladies, there's always somebody negative in the comments. It's normal, especially when you're big. I was like, don't respond to those, but you tell the person, in this case, it was Sophia, how much they matter, how what they're doing matters, how much you appreciate it. And I was like, why do you have to say nasty things at all? If you don't have anything nice to say, and your mama didn't teach you, the saying is, if you don't have anything nice to say, just shut up. I changed that to hush because I think shut up is kind of brutal, but to the people being mean, sometimes brutal works. Okay. But Mom and Pop, they have I'm sure she's said it by now, the name of the website, and they have Facebook, and they like showing and sharing. And I think everybody that has Facebook likes to see other people's stuff, what you're making, what you're doing. I don't have Facebook. I don't have a website. This is it for me. And it is officially our birthday today. I declared it 2 weeks ago, just so you know. I was like, okay, I can't stay in the chat because I'm going to get her on the TV. So I jumped in and I said, happy birthday. And then I put her on TV and I was like, wait, was that wrong? So I was the only one that said it. And of course, Melissa followed suit because she's a good friend. Friends don't let you do things stupid on your own. Oh, it is so good to see Quilted in the country. Streaming with Marcus. Oh, and they're on Twitch too. What I was trying to remember is what I was trying to remember is there a shop? You do have a shop, Laura Lynn, and they do long arming. I was trying to remember because I want to promote you correctly. It's in Canada. I'm not in Canada, so I don't go check it out like I do my local ones, and I should. She's always doing something fun. Darn the glitter. Oh, that reminds me. Friends sent us a wedding invite. It has glitter in it. I now have to burn down the house and move. Is what Melissa said. That's all you can do. I'm so sorry. Are you sure they're friends? Okay, Sylvia is going back to showing her Dalmatians. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, everyone. Sylvia here is all the luck. Yes, Deborah says Sylvia here is all the luck you need. Yes, true. Then Dee Dee says that's what I do too. I don't engage with what I call the bad babies. I like that, but I do pump up who they're talking about and try to make them feel bad roundabout way. Yes, exactly. I don't see anything wrong with that. You just be nice or be gone. I think that should be the standard. In my world, it is. And by the way, this is in my living room, so we're in my world. That sounded very possessive and controlling. I am so not. Bad babies. Yes, that sounds so much nicer than riffraff too. Bad babies. Somebody was, I was donating plasma last week, and dude, they were opening late. Sometimes they tell you before, sometimes you get there and you find that you're going to have to either stand there an hour or leave. I live far off, so I stood there on the concrete and sat on the concrete. Anyway, one guy comes up, finds out they're opening late, squeals out of the parking lot, and I was like, somebody's a pout baby. It's voluntary. And I was telling ladies there needs to be a sign up. Give with a kind heart or go away. Yes, they pay you for it, but good grief, it's voluntary. Keep in mind that you're doing something good for somebody else. It's not all about you. At least that's what I do. So if you haven't checked out my moderators, my friends, and all the shiny, happy people over in my chat that might be on the side somewhere. One of these sides has a chat box. You should drop down to check out. Don't miss our holiday hop coming up, and I won't have videos going up every Friday because we've got the holiday hop going on. I had to do extra for that. So it'll be kind of, when I get to it, I'm thinking Mondays is a good day. Midday Monday or morning Mondays, maybe. I don't know. Those are just extras that if I have time, I put them up. I was trying to make a habit of it on Friday. It doesn't look like that habit's going to stick. And if you want to do the double wedding ring with me, by the beginning of the year, I will have that block worked out to make sure that it's lining up exactly like I want it. In the meantime, if you want to try it, the PDF is below, maybe. Definitely on the videos that I put up for it. And I would be happy to have you sew along with me. Don't miss Laura Lynn's birthday today. Over on Mom and Pop, show them some extra love, give them some extra subscriber love, some extra comments, just give them all the extra. And they give hugs. You just know by watching Laura Lynn. When she says big hugs, she is a great hugger. Some people you know they would be a great hugger. I'm just saying. So I have kept everyone way too long. Congratulations, Sylvia, on growing. Congratulations, everyone, on growing. My big tidy up just went boom while I was gone, I think. And I know Dawn and Melissa and I were all growing, and we all appreciate it. Please be kind in the comments underneath the video. If you don't usually say anything, maybe that content creator could use an attaboy or attagirl. See, I was trying not to be sexist, so I said boy first. I made a conscious decision. There's usually women here. My analytics say practically 100% of the viewers that watch me is women, which is fine with me because it makes my husband and I more comfortable with me doing this. Did that make it uncomfortable for you? Happy Thanksgiving. Don't forget small shops. Check out Mom and Pop's websites, their Facebook, everyone's Facebook. And I think that brings this commercial and this sewing chat to a close. Everybody went very quiet. Either I went dead or everybody ran away. Lead with kindness and love, and be the light you hope to see in others. Take care. Have a great week and a great weekend. Enjoy your holiday. If you're in the U.S., enjoy your day. If you're not.